Any mention?
Yes.
I beg to mention item number 4.
Item number 4.
Yes, Lordship. Mr. GM, thank you. Some sanction leave.
You are for petitioner.
Yes, Lordship.
He's not well.
No.
Item number 4. Item number MS so and so.
I'm praying for 2 weeks' time. IKY.
Learned counsel. Appearing for the petitioner. Submits that. Mr. JM, thank you. Who appears for the petitioner? You just say so and so advocate, do not say learned counsel for the petitioner. So and so appearing. So and so means so and so advocate, learned counsel submits that. Thank you. Counsel for the petitioner is not well and is not in a position to take up the hearing of the matter. Pray for. And pray for adjournment of the matter. Prayer. No objection. Respondent has no.
Actually, this matter has been heard by CC law, but now it has to be heard afresh.
There is no other option. We have to, because this has not been kept part hard. Okay, had it been kept part hard, okay, matter could have been sent back. But then prayer alert. This is matter for 2 weeks.
Yeah, please.
Yes, yes.
Your Lordship, I'd like to mention item number 9. I seek your kind indulgence to kindly afford us 2 weeks' time, Your Lordship, for the hearing.
You are appearing for?
And for the petitioner, Your Lordship.
Just right for why? Give your name, please. Learned counsel for the. No objection, I think. Oh, you have. Sorry.
No,
No. If you have, then there's no problem. Is it not that?
it's a recent matter. It's not very old matter.
Sorry, I should have asked you before passing the order. I thought it is a 22 matter, so I thought there. No, sure. Okay. Yes, for by learned counsel. By so and so, learned counsel for the petitioner. This matter stands adjourned for 2 weeks.
Please, Your Lordship. Lordship, I beg to mention item number 5 and 6. The conducting counsel is out of station, Your Lordship.
Mr. Karim.
Mr. Karim, Your Lordship.
Mr. Soins, it has been mentioned by
W0I, Your Lordship.
that Mr. L. Karim, learned counsel, appearing for the petitioner, is on leave. Is out of station.
2 weeks' time, Your Lordship.
And prays for grant of 2 weeks. Respondents have no objection. Matter adjourned. This is for
5 and 6.
5 and 6.
5 and 6.
Connected matters, Your Lordship.
You are also there, Mr.
Mistake is not necessarily in fact. All right.
5 and 6.
Please, Your Lordship. Lordship, I'd like to make a mention on item number 10, Your Lordship.
Item number 10. Yes.
Lordship, I'm praying for 2 more weeks, Your Lordship.
Can I take up this matter?
Lordship, yes, Lordship, it was in. Yes.
I think it should be before other bench, isn't it?
What?
I think this has to go to other bench because the name perhaps I list this matter before any other bench without me. This is item number 10.
Lordship, similar prayer for item 12, Your Lordship. Item 12.
Item
12.
12.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, as per the last order, Your Lordship. As per the last order, Your Lordship, there's, we are requesting for settlement, Your Lordship. But it's
What is the last order? As per the last order means, what the last order says?
Last order says that having time first for settlement, Your Lordship.
Acha.
But it seems that there's no outcome from settlement, Your Lordship.
This is what?
This is an application under 482
For?
for quashing FIR filed by me. There are two FIRs, madam, in this case. One is filed by them and one is filed by me. So both the FIRs, Your Lordship, one of the FIR filed by them has been charged. Mine is still under investigation. So they want to quash that FIR. They have come for this.
He is speaking about some sort of settlement, some kind of.
Your Lordship, both the brothers, they are the respondent and the petitioner, my lord, they are blood brothers. And actually, all this dispute emanated from a family property, my lord.
So there is a likelihood that matter will be.
I expressed my desire, my lord, that I am ready to settle. So that's how the time was given to them to talk to their client. And if there is any possibility for amicable settlement, they can come back. But now he is saying that his party is not ready.
Not ready. Not ready for settlement. So it's okay, then we will proceed with the hearing.
My lord.
Lordship, we fix after 2 weeks, Your Lordship.
Yes, Mr. Paul, you were there in this matter.
My lord.
Yes, you were there in this matter. Item number 12.
Yes, my lord. I am there, my lord. I'm sorry, my lord. I joined a little late. I couldn't follow. My lord, since this proposal settlement day, my lord, of course, our instructions have come. But I will pray to your lord, kindly hand after a week, my lord. I will personally think about that and see some kind of settlement can be worked out. It is a right time that this dispute only, my lord.
Okay, that it has been submitted by the parties that the effort to settle the matter as per the order of this court is still on, and the parties are yet to come to as final settlement. A prayer has been made by both the parties to adjourn the matter so that the process of settlement can be worked out. Prayer allowed. Release this matter after 2 weeks.
It will be 2 weeks. 3 weeks, my lord.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
May please, Lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, I beg to mention item number 8, Lordship. Item number 8.
Item number 8. Yes.
Lordship, the arguing counsel, Mr. Subhashish Sen, is indisposed, Lordship. And
Mr. So-and-so has, Mr. So-and-so advocate has, so is your government, isn't it? Your senior,
additional senior Lordship.
original senior government advocate. Appearing for the respondent submits that Mr. S. N. Learned senior government advocate is
That the senior government advocate is indisposed, Lordship.
indisposed. Who is appearing for the respondent in this matter? Mr. S. N. Respondent is indisposed and prays for an adjournment. No objection.
No.
The prayer has not been opposed by the counsel for the petitioner. Okay. Prayer allowed. List after 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Lordship.
Please, Your Lordship, I'd like to mention item number 11. For the respondent,
Yes.
conducting counsel is indisposed. Mr. Sen is indisposed.
Write his name. You are also there. A moment.
You know.
You are a moment.
Yes, sir.
Don't mind. I know your name. I do not know your official name. Mr. A. Momin, United Council appearing for the respondent submits that Mr. S. Sen, Mr. S. Sen, the leading counsel in the matter, is indisposed and prays for grant of time. The prayer has not been opposed by the counsel or the petitioner. List after 2 weeks.
All right. Supplementary list, item number 1.
Yes.
I'm before this honorable court for quashing of session case number 17 of 2017 that is pending in West Genta Hills District, Joy. Lord, in this case, it has been registered under 326/307 APC for attempt of murder. The petitioner as well as the victim, my lord, in this case, they are related to one another. But unfortunately, on the 21st of February 2017, an incident took place where the petitioner has been alleged to have hit the victim, who's the respondent number 3 in this case. Accordingly, my lord, after that he was taken to hospitalized for 3 days. After that, FIR was filed, charge sheet was also filed, and now the trial has commenced in the Session Court of Joy. My lord, during the pendency of this trial, what has transpired, since this involves the family members, they have taken steps for settlement, my lord, and compromise deed has been executed, primarily on the ground that because of this incident, the victim has not really been affected, my lord. He was in hospital only for 3 days. Also, this incident took place while they were drinking. It's an admitted fact that the incident took place while both of them were drinking. And considering that there's no ill will and also the larger interests of the family, that's why they have come to a settlement, and a compromise deed was executed on the 10th of this month. So on this basis, my lord, we are before this honorable court praying for quashing of this particular session case.
What is the law in this regard?
Yes.
What is the law in this regard?
My lord,
See, 307, 326 is not compoundable.
Non-compoundable, exactly.
See, 320, section 320 is not coming.
Yes, my lord. But so far as the power of this honorable court under 482, my lord, it has ample power. The power is very wide that it can quash any offences.
I think there are certain decisions in this.
Yes, my lord. In fact, there are 3 decisions when it comes to section 307, my lord. First decision, it was in 2014, volume 4, SEC 1.
What is the last one? Is it 2019?
Yes, my lord. 2014.
We'll do one thing, since there is a private respondent.
Yes.
You'll say something.
I'm appearing on behalf of State Respondent, Your Lordship. The trial has now begun and almost concluding. About 9 or 10 witnesses have already been examined, Your Lordship. And then the circumstances under which the compromise or the settlement has been arrived and the authenticity of the compromise may have to be.
See, the victim has been arrayed as a party in this.
Yes.
So let us issue notice to the victim. You will accept notice.
Yes, Lord.
Sorry.
The deed of compromise is already executed. We have no objection to this application. Question.
So you want a disposal right now? That is the plan.
State, Your Lordship,
Definitely, state will have to have opportunity. Anyway, heard Mr. Shilla, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also,
this is T. and
yes, you do not have to tell. You do not have to tell your name, madam. With so and so for the
state.
And
Respondent
then
number 1.
Mr. Record his name. Appears and accept notice on behalf of respondent number 2 and 3. No further notice is called for. Come on. The notice is made returnable after 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
List after 2 weeks.
Item number 2.
Yes, Mr. Paul.
Now, the petitioner Lord Fellows is the member of the Legislative Assembly. from Rajavan. Now, FIR came to be filed on 26th of May 2023, where there is no direct allegation against me. And your lordship should find the FIR at page 14. The relevant portion starts at page 16, if your lordship can.
Yes, your annexure is not very legible, Mr. Paul.
I apologize.
There should have been a typed copy. Anyway, yes. Yes. Yes.
It says the names of the each persons shown there. First is Shanaz Tansi. Number 2 is Ilaya. Third is Mugleshwar Rahman. Fourth is Mustafa Nabi. Now, the FIR continues to say that these four alleged persons was threatening the claimant. And there was an incident where there was some kind of scuffle between them. Now, in the entire FIR, there is one line.
Yes.
And paragraph 6, can you have page 16, paragraph 6?
Yes.
Hello, it says that the first person to mention during today's attack plan attack designed by the above accused persons with the criminal intention to murder me, and the above accused persons are the higher goons of the local level of Minazu, Rehman of family. Only those individual persons and the FIR I am made the FIR. Even though on the relevant day I was not even in the station, I was actually somewhere else. I had annexed my body parcels while I had traveled to Chandigarh on 21st of May, and I had come back on 25th of May.
Yeah, the date of this date of incident is.
Date of incident is 26th of May 2023.
So you came back on 25th.
I came back on 27th.
Okay. Where are those things?
If you can see page 21, that is my return boarding pass. The date is mentioned on 27th of May 2023. I came. And I left the station on 21st of May 2023.
Okay, we'll issue notice.
Bye.
Heard Mr. Keppel, Learned Senior Counsel, assisted by Ms. R. Patta, appearing for the petitioner. Also, Mr. S. Sanjukta, Learned Counsel, appear for the response number 1 and 2. Issue notice, returnable in 3 weeks. Petitioner to take step for service of notice upon respondent number 3 by 2 days. Within 2 days. List. See, that's your FIR is dated 26/5/2023, Mr. So it is quite some time. I don't think you have any fear of getting arrested and all. I don't think there will be no question. We'll see.
Main list, item number 1.
Lordship, as per Lordship's order dated,
Show cause has been filed.
we have filed our show cause, Lordship, yesterday.
Yeah.
We have received yesterday, Lordship. I am praying for some time, my lord, to go through the reply, Lordship.
The,
Will you come for hearing
so no.
in due course?
Mr. R. Chaudhary, learned counsel for the appearing for the
Respondent.
here. See, some mistake is here. It's been recorded as petitioner here. Name is son is respondent. Whoever it is, correct it. Be careful. This should not be there. Mr. R. Chaudhary, learned counsel appearing for. There is sole respondent. Appearing for the respondent. Submits that a show cause on behalf of the respondent has already been filed. The copy whereof has been received by the petitioner. Mr. S. Panti, learned counsel for the petitioner, submits that he requires some time to go through the objection. We are allowed release this matter for hearing after.
We can have it after 2
We'll
weeks.
go for hearing, isn't it?
Lordship hearing.
Let this matter after 2 weeks.
2 weeks, Lordship.
After 2 weeks.
Hearing item number 3.
Yes. We were supposed to go through some annexures. You see, like there's. No, but then the office note says you have not provided. That has not been filed. The office note.
Given to my for the opposite party, they will agree to punish it.
So the counsel for the petitioner wants the type copy of the annexure should be supplied through the counsel of the respondent.
But that is quite unusual one.
That is what, but then that is a submission advance by the counsel. No, that is, I don't know, that is your problem. That is your problem. See, Mr. The fact remains that it is not there on record.
Extremely sorry, but what was good to me that they will be punished in the court as well.
No, you must have a local counsel. You must have somebody. You see, like you cannot just put this burden on the respondents. On the other day also, it was a wastage of time. We proceeded for some times, then we found that some of the annexures are not legible. You furnish it. Is there any urgency, Mr.?
There is a pay upgradation. They are asking for a higher pay scale. They are serving in the department. Madam. Normal pay they are asking for some higher pay scale.
So there's no urgency as such. You see, on the last occasion probably we were not there. We proceeded to hear this matter. But then we found that there are a number of pages which are not legible. So that is how the learned counsel of the petitioner was requested to just to check the things. See, like this, there are certain pages. See,
they given to us. For us, they have given copy yesterday.
Is it? But then there is no copy. There is no copy here. The office note says nothing has been filed.
They can supply copy. They come next week. There is no such urgency.
We'll take it up next week. The counsel for the respondent has agreed to.
Can it be after 26?
Then we'll postpone it after 2 weeks. Then we'll have it after 2 weeks, Mr.
But I think they have a local counsel who supplied to us.
Got through WhatsApp.
And you just, if possible, just like what we want a copy, nothing else. So that you see, like this hearing.
They should have a local counsel.
That is what the normal practice is. So I do not know why they are not having. Okay, and basically it is not for the court to advise them to do this. What is the thing is that whatever order has been passed, that should be complied with. That is the main thing. Anyway, office note dated 17/8/2013 says that the type copy of annexures which are not legible has not been provided by the learned counsel or the petitioner. Stop. The petitioner is expected to furnish the same within next 2 weeks. This matter after 2 weeks for hearing.
Item number 7.
Come after 2 weeks. Yes.
My pleasure also.
These are for making notes. These papers you kept for making notes and all. Again, these are not very quite thick. Actually, those kind of letters are better. Okay, these are very hard. It's okay. Yes, Mr.
My pleasure, Lordship. Lordship, before I begin, Lordship, there is an additional affidavit filed by the petitioner under the instruction of the Honorable Court dated 20th July 2023. That will be referred here throughout, Lordship, during my submission, Lordship.
Throughout, not the writ petition.
Because, Lordship, what had happened during the course of the hearing, the respondent number 5, that is the school managing committee, was instructed to bring on record the service record of the petitioner. And also that was produced before the court, but however that was not under chronological order. Therefore the petitioner was instructed to arrange it accordingly and place it before the court, which was done. So my lord, that contains everything.
So against your additional affidavit, no reply has been filed with the government.
No, Lordship.
It only brings into records those documents.
It's only the record. Lordship, that is only the record, Lordship.
Service record.
Even the facts you will get here.
Yes, Lordship.
I think it was hard. This was hard by which bench before?
Lordship, Justice.
Justice Diengdo or Justice Thank you?
Thank you. It was heard number of times.
Why it is not decided then?
So on the last occasion, what had happened? The state respondent had prayed for 1 week time to seek instruction. As to all these communications that were made by the school respondent or the school authority to the government for regularizing my case. Whether all these communications were ever responded by the state respondent. That is how on the last occasion time was given to them. Since then now it's more than 4 weeks.
You said affidavit, what is the additional affidavit dated?
It is also 20th July 2023.
Yes.
May please, Lordship. Lordship will come to Annex 1, page 4. The school in which the petitioner is working, also it is a government aided school. It is divided into upper primary and the lower primary. In the lower primary, there are 3 sanctioned posts. In the lower primary, LP section also. Now, petitioner was appointed on 9th September 1986 in the upper primary section. That is at page 4, Annex 1 of the additional affidavit.
Yes. Carry on.
Lordship. Now, subsequently, Lordship,
for a period of 6 months, Mr. Sen. See the contents of the...
Lordship, yes. I continued without any break.
Now this is appointment by the managing committee.
Yes, Lordship.
The school at that point of time, was it an aided school or it was a private?
Aided school, Lordship, for the LP. I am appointed in the UP.
So, so far as you were concerned,
Lordship, I am in the
your
UP.
appointment was not in the aided
LP.
school.
Not in the LP.
Your ME?
Yes.
Middle English school, upper primary.
Yes. So I am not entitled to the benefits that is derived by the LP school teachers.
Yes.
Subsequently, Lordship, there arose a vacancy in the LP school, LP section. due to the long absence of one of the sanctioned teacher. Her name was Basanti Joshi. So, while later dated Lordship, page 5 Lordship, I had filed an application, if I may read Lordship.
It's all okay. Yes, yes. Go on.
I have the honor to state that there is a leave vacancy post of LP teacher under your kind disposal caused by Srimati Basanti Joshi, LP teacher, who proceeded on leave. I, being the next senior-most teacher of this school, I would therefore request you that I may kindly be considered for appointment as substitute LP teacher against the leave vacancy with effect from 18th June 1997, and for this act of your kindness I shall ever remain grateful. So this is my representation also. Now if Lordship will come to page 6, Annex 3. This is the extract of resolution, decision of the school managing committee dated 25/5/1997. Amongst other resolutions, resolution number 3 was pertaining to the petitioner. If I may read.
Yes, yes, yes. Go on.
3. Absence of Srimati Basanti Joshi Rai, assistant teacher LP section of long and continual leave on MC, medical, I don't know. Due to the above, the school normal functioning has been very badly affected, and this is bound to tell upon the satisfactory performances of the school and its students in particular. The managing committee therefore unanimously decided to recommend and forward the name of Srimati Sangeeta Pun, assistant teacher, matriculate for appointment as substitute assistant teacher against the leave vacancy of Srimati Basanti Joshi Rai with effect from 1st June 1997. The proposal to be submitted to the Deputy Inspector of the School, Shillong, for information and approval.
Yes.
And also page 7, Annex 4. Subsequently, this letter was written by the managing committee to the Deputy Inspector of the School. If I may read also.
Yes.
Appointment of substitute teacher against leave vacancy of Srimati Basanti Joshi, assistant teacher LP, who is on leave with effect from 1996 till date. So about a year also. Sir, I am directed to forward herewith the name of Srimati Sangeeta Pun, assistant teacher of school, for appointment as substitute assistant teacher LP against the leave vacancy of Srimati Basanti Joshi Rai, assistant teacher LP, who is on leave continuously from 19/2/1996 till date on medical certificate. It may be mentioned that Srimati Sangeeta Pun, assistant teacher, is the senior most teacher of the ME ad hoc section and is found to be sincere and fit as assistant teacher. Hence, the managing committee, by its meeting dated 25/5/1997, has decided to recommend and forward her case to the Deputy Inspector of the School, Shillong, for early approval. Her case is recommended with effect from 1st June 1997 in anticipation of the approval. This arrangement is being done to have effective and satisfactory functioning of the school and in the interest of the student at large, because it may not be out of place to mention that the normal functioning of the school has been very adversely affected to the prolonged and continuous absence of an assistant teacher on leave on medical certificate. In this connection, an extract copy of the resolution decision of the managing committee dated 25/5/1997 is enclosed for your kind information and action. A copy of the representation dated 15/5/1997 received from Sangeeta Poor, assistant teacher, is also forwarded herewith for sympathetic consideration and early orders. So therefore, Lordship, yes.
The communication by the Secretary Managing Committee to the Deputy Inspector.
Way back in 1997.
Yes.
Now, Lordship, there was no response from the state. Now again, page 8, Lordship, annexure 5. The managing committee wrote a letter to the teacher who was on leave, medical leave, Lordship. To Basanti Joshi, dear madam, I am directed to invite a reference to this school letter resting with number so and so 2008 dated so and to inform you that you have remained absent initially on leave on medical certificate from Suncare Nursing Home, Maulai, Shillong since 19/2/1996 till date without any application in spite of several letters and reminders from the school. Therefore, as per resolution number so and so of the managing committee dated 15/4/2002, you are hereby given the last and only opportunity to rejoin duties with the necessary certificates, etc. within 30 days from the date of issue of this letter, failing which your service stands terminated without communication. This should be treated as last communication from the school. So in spite of that, Lordship, she did not join, but however, now page 9, Lordship, annexure 6. This is written by Basanti Joshi in response to that letter, Lordship. Absence from in inviting a reference, this is a bit confusing, Lordship, because it is addressed to Basanti Joshi, and it is written by Bonita Chetri, secretary. Secretary is writing to the
Managing Committee has written to
the. In inviting a reference to this school letter of even number dated 30/8/1996, addressed to the Deputy Inspector of the school, Shillong, with the copy to you, followed by several letters asking you to join duties in the school, and as per the decision of the Managing Committee dated 10th October 2010, you are once again asked to join the school within 30 days from the date of issue of this letter. It is also made clearly known to you that if you fail to comply with these orders to join duties in the school, your service shall stand terminated without any further.
the same condition was there in the earlier letter also.
Lordship.
Now the fact remains a person.
Now she has responded. She has responded.
Person remained absent from 1996 until 2010. Managing Committee was.
And throughout I was serving as Lordship substitute.
But then the thing is that the fact remains that this lady was still in service till 2010.
Yes.
She was not dismissed from that.
She was not dismissed. That is the admitted fact, Lordship. Now, Lordship, page 10, annexure 7. That is the letter written by the teacher on leave, addressed to the Deputy Commissioner of School, Deputy Inspector of School, and also to the Managing Committee. No, Lordship, I'm sorry, Lordship, this is another letter written to the Deputy Commissioner by the Secretary of the school.
Deputy Inspector of School.
Lordship, by the Secretary, if I may read, Lordship.
Yes.
Madam, with reference to this school letter number so and so dated 21/10/2010, addressed to Srimati Basanti Joshi, with a copy to the Deputy Inspector of the School, Shillong, copy enclosed for ready reference. On the above subject, I have the honor to inform you that as per the direction of the School Managing Committee mentioned above, Srimati Basanti Joshi, Assistant Teacher LP, rejoined her duties in the school with effect from 2nd November 2010. In this connection, it may be mentioned that Srimati Basanti Joshi proceeded on leave on medical certificate with effect from 19 to 1996 and rejoined with effect from 2nd November 2010 after being medically fit to rejoin her duties. Copy of the medical certificate enclosed for kind perusal. Further to state that during the absence of Srimati Basanti Joshi, initially on leave on medical certificate and unauthorized absence, in the interest of the students, the school, Srimati Sangeeta Pun, assistant teacher, managing committee was allowed as assistant teacher LP as substitute vice Srimati Basanti Joshi with effect from 1st June 1997. Srimati Basanti Joshi was a regular assistant teacher LP. Srimati Sangeeta Pun has been reverted to assistant teacher under the managing committee, which post she held earlier. Reverted.
That means you come back to that
Lordship.
middle English school.
Lordship. But Lordship, before I proceed, I'll come to that. The said Basanti Joshi never joined. And on the same day, I was again brought back to LP. If I may, Lordship.
Where is that?
I'll come to that. Next, Annexure 8, Lordship. Well, Annexure 7 is later dated, Lordship, 7 December 2010. I was reverted back. Next is, Lordship, December 2010, the next day.
Yes.
If I may read, Lordship.
Yes, yes.
It's by the managing committee, Lordship. If I may read, Lordship.
Yes, please.
Orders. In partial modification of the school order number so and so, dated 18th October 2010, the substitute appointment of Srimati Sangeeta Pun as assistant LP is hereby extended till 31st December 2010 or till rejoining of Srimati Basanti Joshi. Lordship, she never joined. Hence, my service was extended.
Yes. Go ahead.
Now, Lordship, next page, that is page 12, Annexure 9. This was again by letter addressed by the managing committee to the deputy inspector of the school. Subject so and so. Regularization of leave absence regarding Madam. In inviting a reference to this school letter number so and so, dated 7th December 2010, on the subject noted above, I have the honor to request you to kindly convey necessary instruction orders to this school for taking further necessary action in the matter as an earlier order requested. Subject is Srimati Basanti Joshi, assistant teacher, LP section, regularization of leave absence regarding. So this is not relevant in my case, but however this shows that she did not join the duty in spite of opportunity given to her. I was reverted back.
No, but then this is why this letter is written in reference to 7 December 2010. 7 December 2010 is a letter by which the managing committee informed the deputy inspector of school about rejoining of Basanti.
Yes.
Basanti Joshi.
So therefore what follows is,
now you have pointed out to this letter 8 December wherein you have been allowed to continue.
yes.
Now this is 16 March and it is again basically is referring to 7 December again.
Yes.
Now see the signatories. One is the Annexure 8 is signed by President Managing Committee. Annexure 9 is signed by Secretary Managing Committee. It seems there is no coordinated move. These are all individual actions. That is why this contradiction.
Lordship, yes.
Secretary says one thing, President is saying another thing. If this be the thing, then it will be difficult for the court to rely on all those things. Anyway, go ahead, go ahead. These are the things, you see.
My lord, why I am referring to this annexes, actually I was not relying on this because it was brought subsequently on record by the school managing
Now,
committee.
if you say Basanti Joshi, in fact, she passed away, on which date she passed away?
She passed away also to come.
It is on record. Is it on record?
It is on record.
Okay, okay. Then proceed. No problem, no problem. You do not have to jump. You proceed. Proceed your way.
Next is also page 30, Annex 10. This is office order passed by the school managing committee, that is by the president and countersigned by the secretary. May I read also?
Yes.
Consequent upon the joining of Srimati Basanti Joshi, Assistant Teacher LP, with effect from 2nd November 2010, in response of the Managing Committee decision dated 10th October 2010 and approved by the Managing Committee dated 14th November 2010, the substitute Assistant Srimati Singapore is reverted. It is the same thing. It is the same letter.
That is why this see signatory is president here. So president is with Basanti Joshi and secretary is with your client. Now that is what?
No, sir, no, sir, if I may. This is signed by president and countersigned by the secretary.
Down below.
Down below. In every letter, it is countersigned.
No, but then your letter dated 2000 annexure 9 is.
Yes, that is by the secretary only. Rest I see that also this is by the president, countersigned by the.
It's all right. So then how do they have those conflicting letters issued by both
This
of them?
Also this contradiction apparently it appeared because Basanti Joshi was willing to rejoin the duties, and taking her word, she was allowed and I was reverted back. And same was communicated to the competent authority to regularize her leave. But later on it so happened she did not join. So therefore I was.
But then on how many occasions? Earlier once it happened.
Then this is the second time.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Now you are again reverted back. Okay.
No, that was the same.
16.3 you are reverted
16
back.
March, yes, reverted
Okay.
back.
Your reinstatement was on 8th December 2010.
8 December.
Yes.
Now,
Then
also-
16.3 you are reverted.
Yes. Page 14, Annex 11. This letter addressed to Basanti Joshi by the Secretary Managing Committee. Joining to Basanti Joshi, joining as Assistant Teacher LP, regularization of leave absence. Madam, on the above subject, I am directed to inform you that you proceeded initially on leave on medical certificate with effect from 19th February 1996 and thereafter with no application till you joined the school on 2nd November 2010. The matter has been forwarded to the Deputy Inspector of School Shillong via this school letter of even number dated 7th December 2010. Necessary orders, instructions from the Deputy Inspector of School Shillong is awaited. Since the absence on leave initially and without application thereafter has been prolonged with effect from 19 February 1996 to 1st November 2010, you are requested to intimate as to how the leave absence should be treated and regularized, under which rules and orders may be cited to enable the school managing committee to proceed further as early reply is requested. Now this is page 15, Annex 12. This is a letter wrote by Basanti Joshi to the school authorities. Regularization of leave absence. Madam, with reference to a letter number so and so dated 16th March 2011, I am to state that I have nothing suggest comment on my leave of absence, which I leave the same to the managing committee for doing the justice to me. Thanking you. A meeting was held on 28 August 2011 by the school managing committee, which is at page 16, annexure 13. If I may read, Lordship.
Yes, go ahead.
Lordship, my case, I may not be required to read the entire thing because the relevant portion will be resolution number 2.
Yes.
Case of Srimati Basanti Joshi, assistant teacher, on unauthorized absence since 1996, vis-a-vis the case of Srimati Sangeeta Pun, assistant teacher, LP school substitute. The managing committee, after thorough discussions, decided to supersede, cancel and withdraw all the school orders letters post dated 18 April 2002. Secondly, decided to allow Srimati Sangeeta Pun, assistant teacher, LP section substitute, to continue as substitute assistant teacher, LP section, without break in service until further order decision regarding her substitute appointment. Next page, Lordship, page 17, annexure 14. This is a letter addressed by the Secretary Managing Committee to the Subdivision School Education Officer, forwarding the resolution that was passed, that is annexure 13, page 16. Madam, with reference to your letter number so-and-so, 15 November 2000 so-and-so, on the subject mentioned above, I have the honor to inform you that the service of Srimati Sangeeta Pun was terminated by this school number so-and-so, dated 18/4/2002, copy enclosed for ready reference, with effect from 18/5/2002, because of her continuous absence from duties, initially on medical certificate and thereafter without any information application. This is for favor of your kind information and necessary action. She is continuously on.
See, a person has been allowed to join in 2011 and 12 in December. Now she is terminated from 18/5/2002.
Because also I think my managing committee, respondent 5 is here to vouch for me. She never joined, even in spite of giving the opportunity.
So it's all right, but then there are even letters addressed by managing committee to Basanti Joshi about the leave period, how it is to be, in which manner it is to be treated.
Yes.
So all those communications are of April 2011 and all. And now the same person has been terminated with effect from 18/5/2002.
Yes. That I think respondent number 5 will.
We'll see what they say. Because till now, these actions, there is nothing to show that all those developments were done with prior approval or maybe the approval of the government authority.
Absolutely.
So this remained within managing committee and the persons.
Now also page 18, annexure 15. Letter addressed by the Secretary Managing Committee to the Subdivisional Officer of School Education. Subject will be prayer for continuation of Srimati Sangeeta Pun, assistant teacher, as assistant teacher of LP section. Madam, I have the honor to invite a reference to this school letter of even number 29/8/2011 on the subject quoted above, and to state that school has superseded and cancelled the orders and letters subsequent to this school order number so-and-so, dated 18/4/2002, under which the service of Srimati Basanti Joshi was terminated because of her continuous unauthorized absence since 29th February 1996. She never joined also. The school orders and letters were issued due to bona fide mistakes. It is clarified here also. The school orders Orders and letters were issued due to bona fide mistake. Subsequent orders. It is further to state that Srimati Sangeeta Pun, assistant teacher, continues to perform her duties in the school, but she has not received her pay and allowances since 1st November 2010 due to non-settlement of her case. It may be pertinent to state that Srimati Sangeeta Pun, assistant teacher, has been working in the school as assistant teacher under MC since 9/9/1986 without any break. Further, to clarify that Srimati Basanti Joshi has not drawn any pay and allowances because of her continuous unauthorized absence from the school duties. In view of the above, I have the honor to request you to kindly allow Srimati Sangeeta Pun, assistant teacher, who was on substitute appointment since 1997, to allow to serve as assistant teacher LP, and also to allow her to draw her pay and allowances from 1st November 2010, from which date she was not paid pay and allowances. Copy of her appointment letter, testimonials regarding her education qualifications are forwarded herewith for favor of your kind information. The next letter is Annexure 16, page 19. It is a letter written by the School Managing Committee Secretary to the Subdivisional School Education Officer. Appointment of Srimati Sangeeta Pun as Assistant Teacher of LP Section. Sir, on subject mentioned above, I have the honor to submit herewith a proposal for appointment of Srimati Sangeeta Pun as Assistant Teacher LP Section in the Bhanubhakta Nepali LP UP School Nongmansong. It may be pertinent to mention that Srimati Sangeeta Pun, an assistant teacher of the school under Managing Committee who was working as assistant teacher with effect from 17/9/1986, was allowed to officiate as assistant teacher LP Section since Vice Srimati Basanti Joshi, LP teacher with effect from 01/06/1997. It may also be mentioned that Srimati Sangeeta Pun, assistant teacher LP Section, is continuously working as assistant teacher LP since then without any break. Necessary extract of resolution adopted by the Managing Committee is enclosed for kind perusal. In view of the above, we are requested to kindly issue the necessary appointment orders in respect of Srimati Sangeeta Pun, assistant teacher LP Section. Now this is another letter written by Managing Committee.
Where is the resolution of 2/10/2016? It refers to necessary extract of resolution MC 2/10/2016. Where is that resolution of Managing Committee? I think it is not there in the record.
It is not here. Now another letter written by Managing Committee to the Subdivision School Education Officer dated 5 February 2018. If I may read also. Madam, on the above subject, I have the honor to state that Srimati Sangeeta Pun, matriculate, was appointed as assistant teacher in the Bhanubhakta Nepali School with effect from 1st June 1997 by so and so dated Shillong the 17th September 1986. Thereafter, she was appointed as substitute assistant teacher by letter number so and so dated 26 June 1997. Srimati Basanti Joshi, who proceeded on leave on medical certificate and has expired also. The Managing Committee approved her appointment with effect from 1st June 1997. The school had recommended her to be appointed as assistant teacher as mentioned above, and the approval from SDSEO office was awaited. Since her appointment as substitute teacher to that of regular assistant teacher, Vice Srimati Basanti Joshi, who could not continue due to medical infirmity. As a consequence, her arrear and allowances amounting to rupees 1,06,910 drawn as arrear of pay and allowances were not disbursed to her, awaiting her appointment as assistant LP teacher. Since her appointment was not regularized and getting salary without increment, now the audit white letter number so-and-so dated 9th November 2017 as objected to the retention of aforementioned amount which is undisbursed and lying in Rural Bank of Meghalaya under LP school account. So in view of the facts and circumstances, in view of the facts as mentioned above, the school requests the authority to regularize the service of Srimati Sangeeta Pun as LP assistant teacher with effect from 1st June 1997, so that the undisbursed amount in the school account could be paid to her and the audit observation met as early order is requested. Now, Lordship, I'll take a pause here. Since 1997, Lordship, till 5th February 2018, Lordship, all the communications that was done by the managing committee to the government authorities that were never responded to. No response was ever made by the school. Suddenly, they wakes up from the slumber and addresses a letter by Annexer 18, page 22, Lordship.
Yes.
After more than 25 years, Lordship. From Srimati M. Nangklao, Subdivisional School Education Officer, Shillong, to the Secretary Managing Committee, Bhanubhakta Nepali LP School. Sir, Madam, referring to a letter number cited above regarding proposal for approval of appointment of Srimati Sangeeta Pun, I regret to inform you that the proposal for appointment cannot be accepted as she is underqualified and overaged, and the process of appointment was not done as per NCTE norms. In this connection, as per rules and guidelines, you are instructed to immediately advertise the vacant post in local newspaper and conduct both written exam and personal interview. The name of the successful candidate along with qualification certificates or relevant documents may be submitted to the office of the undersigned for further necessary action. This is for your kind information, necessary action. Now here also, the ground taken for writing this letter is that I am underqualified. I am underqualified and overaged. Now also, when I joined in 1986, my age was about 20 years old. And this was an internal arrangement of the school, so there is no question of I being overaged also. Secondly, also, before this NCTE norms came, as recently as 2010, if I am not mistaken, also, prior to that, I was qualified as class 10 teachers. Class 10.
The qualification prevailing at that point of time.
At that point of time. So I cannot be quoted with this. That is my sentence.
From when this NCT came into this thing?
So far I remember this 2007 or 2010 also.
We've been reading that date.
Yes, Lord. Now, this letter was addressed by the state government, state authority to the managing committee. Subsequent to which another emergent meeting was held by the managing committee, that is on 13th May 2018, page 23, Annexer 19 also. If I may read also. Minutes of the emergent meeting of the Bhanubhakta Nepali School, long mentioned Shillong, held on 13th May 2018 at the school hall. An emergent meeting of the school managing committee was convened on the 13th May 2018 at 10 a.m. in the school regarding a letter number so-and-so dated 15 March 2018 received from SDSEO Shillong on appointment of Srimati Sangeeta Pun, assistant teacher, LP school. The meeting was presided over by the President Managing Committee, Sri S.B. Gurung, and attended by the members of the school managing committee. The President Managing Committee, while welcoming all to the meeting, thanked them for attending the meeting and also explained in details about holding of the emergent meeting of the school. The school placed before the managing committee the letter mentioned above received from SDSEO Shillong. After threadbare discussion, the managing committee examined and found that Srimati Sangeeta Pun, assistant teacher LP, was appointed with effect from 1st September 1986 as an assistant teacher. At the time of appointment, her educational qualification was matriculate and her date of birth was 1/3/1966. At the time of her appointment, she was qualified and within the age limit. The meeting also observed that Sangeeta Pun was appointed as substitute teacher in 1/6/1997 Vice Basanti Joshi Assistant LP section, who proceeded on leave managing committee and did never return to rejoin her duties. The school submitted her care for regularization by letter number 20th June 1997. The school also perused the case with SDSEO Shillong letter number dated 15th October 2016. It was also found that Srimati Sangeeta Pun is continuously holding the post of LP section without any break and her service are found to be satisfactory. Considering the above, the managing committee meeting emergent unanimously resolved to request the SDSEO Shillong for regularization of her appointment as assistant teacher LP section with retrospective effect from 1/6/1997. Further resolved that this resolution of the school managing committee be forwarded to the SDSEO Shillong for favor of information and necessary action. Countersigned by President and Secretary. So, Lordship, my humble submission would be, Lordship, this letter clearly explains that in between there was a miscommunication, misunderstanding, hence there was some conflicting orders passed by the managing committee. Because she never rejoined at any point of time since her unauthorized leave, she never returned. So therefore, Lordship, since 1997, continuously communication was made to the government authorities for regularizing my case with effect from 1997. That was never done, Lordship. Then suddenly, in 2018 only, Lordship, the rise letter. So my humble submission would be, Lordship, I am squarely covered, Lordship, by Uma Devi's judgment, Lordship. I am squarely covered. And secondly, Lordship,
how you are squarely covered by Uma Devi judgment?
My Lord, my case is a irregular appointment, not an illegal appointment. So I was qualified, I was within the age. It is a case that I didn't face the selection, proper constitutional mode of selection, Lordship, that I was appointed. It was an internal arrangement of the school itself, Lordship. They found me eligible and at the same time the senior most teacher, Lordship. And they needed my service direly, Lordship, for the smooth functioning.
But then the fact remains that all along your accommodation was against a leave vacancy.
Till the death of, that is from 2010, I was appointed assistant teacher. Prior to that, I was officiating.
No, if you go by Uma Devi, then 2010 there was no question of appointing you without any selection process.
Also,
if you go by the proposition of law laid down in Uma Devi, then there should not have been, you see, like appointment without going for a selection process.
Lordship is very correct. 2010 I was appointed as assistant teacher. Prior to that, I was an officiating teacher, Lordship. That has to be
till 2010 you received your salaries because
without increments, Lordship.
Without any increment.
These increments are still lying in the account of the school in the bank, Lordship. Lordship, I am in the verge of retirement, Lordship. Since my tender age of 20, Lordship, I am nearly going to another 1.5 year, Lordship.
So are you still in the school? Are you still serving in the school?
Lordship, it has so happened that this question was raised by the Honorable Court, prior Court, Lordship. Subsequent to this order, Lordship, the moment I approached this Honorable Court, because
this order is order of 2018.
Yes, I approached the Honorable Court by this writ petition. Lordship, I attend this school. My attendance is never recorded, Lordship. I had verbally submitted before the court, and I have advised my client to regularly go.
You go to school, but then you do not perform any duty.
I am not given any work. That is the case.
So that situation continued from 2010.
2018. Subsequently,
Then 2010 to 2018, what about the payment of your salary? Who paid you?
the managing committee, because that was their arrangement also. I got my scale, the scale that was received by Basanti Joshi. That same scale, but
That is-
without increment.
See, that is so long you performed duty in a leave vacancy.
Yes.
Now, after the school terminated service of Basanti Joshi, there was no question for yourself continuing in leave vacancy.
That's it.
So your continuation has to be either on ad hoc basis or on regular basis. Okay.
That's it.
Now, if you are to be covered up by Umadevi's case, then see the positions and status which you were holding. From 1986, your initial appointment was for 6 months. Subsequently, you come to the lower primary section and you hold that post for a long time, but then on leave vacancy. Now, after that, managing committee passed that order of termination of Basanti Joshi, your status again changes. So you did not continue in single capacity for a long time.
That's it.
And each of the time, you were not taken into service on the basis of any selection process.
That's it. That is there.
Okay. Now, if you talk about irregular vacancy, what is irregular vacancy and what is illegal vacancy? Sorry, what is irregular appointment and what is illegal appointment?
That's it.
Now, if you say irregular appointment, that means that by performing the part which law requires to be performed, your irregular appointment can become regular appointment. It means there is always an opportunity to correct it.
Yes.
But then illegal is not.
No, illegal.
Now you say it is irregular appointment.
Yes.
How you say it is irregular?
My lord,
Your appointment in the department was totally illegal. You were taken into service without following any norms.
Lordship is. Lordship is.
So then you will not have a right to claim for.
Lordship is absolutely correct, Lordship. So far, my knowledge goes, Lordship, in Umadevi, there are 52 and 53. It speaks about illegal and irregular appointments, Lordship. That was subsequently, Lordship, distinguished and explained in the subsequent judgment of M.L. Kesarili Devi, Lordship, wherein the definition of irregular and illegal appointments have been, appointees have been explained without any ambiguity. So that is illegal appointments, my lord, subject to correction also. Illegal appointments are those appointments where I have been appointed from backdoor without facing any examination. Subsequently, I am found either I am underqualified, overaged, I am not qualified for that post. If I am not qualified for that post,
Qualification is something about eligibility. Now, illegal appointment. Now, if you are to confine to the process of appointment, that means your entry into the service.
Yes.
Is not in accordance with law.
Lordship, yes. Now, in both the case of illegal and irregular appointments, Lordship, their genesis, their origin is illegal entry, Lordship. Both cases, Lordship. Just that subsequently, they are found that illegal appointees came from backdoor, irregular also came from backdoor. But it was found that illegal appointments are those categories where even at that point of time of their illegal entry, they were underqualified or overaged. They were not qualified at all. But in irregular, subsequently it is found that though their entry was illegal, but they were qualified in all respect. So my case is that, Lordship, I was qualified at that point of time.
So you want to say even this entry is not in accordance with law. Entry in service is not in accordance with law. But then, if the incumbent has
continue for 10 years,
the required qualification, in such a case, it will be only irregular appointment, it will not be illegal appointment. Is it what you want to say?
Lordship, I'm sorry.
Entry in service, not in accordance with the procedure laid down by law.
Lordship, yes.
But since you are qualified, you have qualification. So this your entry in the service will not be regarded as illegal. It will be irregular.
It will be irregular,
That is what you
provided I
want
have
to say.
completed minimum 10 years of service.
Where is that law? Just show me. Where it is said that. So it means there will be backdoor entries will never be illegal there.
That was one-time arrangement also.
No, that is so far as Umadevi is concerned. That is a different issue. 10 years continuation, all those things.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is forget about that part. My question is not that. I am trying to draw a distinction between irregular appointment and illegal appointment.
That's it.
Now, what you are saying, your submission is that if a person has the qualification
Within the age limit.
So, if his entry in the service is not in accordance with the law, qualification means he is qualified from everywhere, be educational or age
Yes,
or whatever.
Yes, Lord. Correct.
So, you would like to say that it will be irregular appointment, but then not illegal appointment.
Subject to completion of minimum 10 years of service. They can be regularized.
No, that is a different thing. That is so far as the claim of this is a one-time arrangement.
Yes, Lord.
Now, this is one-time arrangement wherein that regularization will come after government formulates a scheme. Now, Umadevi you will find, the Umadevi says that, say supposing, if a person has entered the service, though not a regular appointment, but then not an illegal appointment, and continues therein for 10 years without any break and without the support of any of the order passed by the court. In such a case, the respective government would make a one-time scheme arrangement to regularize those persons. Now, in your case, it is not coming. In such a case, then cabinet will have to take a decision.
Lordship, yes. Very correct, Lordship. Now, what had happened, Lordship? Sorry.
Now, nothing has been done so far as your thing is concerned.
Lordship,
Okay.
if I may.
Now, there is a continuous change of your status in service. Your service from 86 till you come to the service of lower primary school cannot be computed for the purpose of calculating the period of 10 years.
Yes.
Now then again your service in the leave vacancy. This is also stopgap arrangement.
Yes.
Now, can it be counted for 10 years?
Lordship, so far my...
And thereafter, after 2010, till the time you filed the case, probably there is a gap in service because you are not holding any sanctioned post.
No, Lordship, till 2008 I was in service continuously by virtue of the letter addressed by the SDO to the managing
Now,
committee.
what happens if you refer to those communication wherein, you see, it has been stated that that lady, Josie, she came back, she joined. The moment she joined, your appointment goes.
Lordship, yes. I have been reverted back.
Now, there are certain communications
Lordship.
which says that she has joined.
Lordship. But
Then
there
what
are-
happens? Then
There again, Lordship, there is a final letter saying that all those letters were being written under misconception, therefore it is cancelled. Now, Lordship, the resolution of 13th May 2018.
see, this is so far as the managing committee is concerned, and managing committee kept on changing their stand every now and then. Once they say one thing, and then they say another.
They were in the hope of Basante Joshi to resolve.
But then, you see, basically, it is not for managing committee to advance your case.
Yes.
Now, you also kept mum. Basically, there is no activity from your part.
Yes.
You are solely relying on the action taken by managing committee.
Yes.
You wanted the managing committee to act on your behalf.
Definitely. Lordship.
And for more than a decade, there were continuous communication.
Yes.
The government authority never acted, and none of you have ever approached any court of law. Your silence for those periods.
So far, Lordship, with all due respect, Lordship, I am a simple teacher and my communication is always through proper channel, that is the managing committee, Lordship. And here this is a case, classical case where Lordship, the government authorities, they remained adamantly silent over my case since 1997. Certainly the works have been...
Nothing prevented you. They might have remained silent. Nothing prevented you from approaching the court before.
Lordship, I was under the expectation, also legitimate expectation.
How long your legitimate expectation can continue? How long? It
Lordship,
cannot be something indefinite.
Lordship, in 2010, I was made the regular assistant teacher. Now, therefore, I continued
By the managing committee.
Managing committee.
It does not approve.
Now, it is on the part of the managing committee to communicate the same to the higher authority for approval.
But you see, it is the government who pays the salary.
Lordship, yes.
So until and unless there is an approval, you cannot say there is a proper
Lordship,
permit.
whether Lordship, after taking my service for more than Lordship 40 years, then I will be thrown out.
I can see these are all humanitarian conditions.
That is true.
See,
Lordship.
it is not that this court has made up a mind to throw your case out. It is not that. These are the general queries which are coming. Yeah.
That is their Lordship.
Subject to what the replies which they say. So let us hear what the managing committee and the state says.
Lordship, yes. Lordship. Deeply obliged.
Your managing committee.
Your Lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, but I was instructed going from the court. Lordship,
You filed an affidavit, mister. Have
yes,
you
I
filed?
filed an affidavit, my lord. Then after that,
Mr. Gurung, you are not referring to your writ petition. Nothing is required to be referred from the writ
Everything
petition.
has been covered by this.
my instructions and what I made to submit that he was like just because one particular person was not able to, she was not able to because she was not able to come to the school, and it is only on her absence she was arraigned.
How a managing committee allows a person to remain on leave for more than 10 years, 20 years? How would you justify that action?
His Lordship,
That lady, that Joshi, she was from 1996, 97 till 2010 she doesn't come. And then you keep her this thing open.
Actually, what
Which way managing committee would justify that? Was there ulterior motive on your part?
At the time, 1986, those days actually I was not the managing committee, but after some years only.
No, who? You were managing committee. There may be change so far as the individuals are concerned, but then managing committee is managing committee. And if you stand up today, you'll have to defend that thing.
Lordship. But from the court, Lordship, we have given opportunity for the person to see, and it seems he was sick.
Opportunity for how long? For 13, 14 years, 15 years to remain on medical leave.
Thereafter, Lordship,
You keep a vacancy, keep a post vacant, just on the expectation that one day somebody will become fit and will come back and join.
When the managing, she was not able to come, we have make a petitioner as a stop give arrangement, and we have allowed him to continue in service, Lordship. However, Your Lordship, due to all the communication, the petitioner now here in the case is limited. What he is saying that he want to regularize. On the part of regularization, whatever the communication and between the Basanti Joshi and the Sangitapom, that is within the school and we have management. The point what my learned friend that what is from the court is that he want to regularize. To that effect, my only submission is that all this communication, as Lordship has pointed out, the petitioner never come and he has never filed an application or approaching for regularization. It's only the communication.
So now you are opposing the stand taken by the thing.
No, I'm not opposing, but only my point is that only our communication between the schools and the deputy commissioner and is only that we have allowed the petitioner to continue in service due to the absence
without seeking any approval, without even making sure that she is accommodated in a post.
No.
You availed the prime of career of a person.
No, we have communicated with the deputy commissioner that we have allowed, since the person is not able to come because he is continuously absent, and then finally we have terminated, and after termination we have allowed to go. That is the only communication. But she personally have neither approached to us.
So far as you are concerned, right now you do not have anything against the claim of regularization by the petitioner.
No, I repair to the government. In fact, in 2018, we have to make a resolution.
So you stand by your resolution.
My stand is that with her regularization, the managing committee leave up to the discretion of the government. It's the government But in fact, earlier managing committee, unfortunately, I'm not saying that we have not written to the government to regularize, but in the year of 2018, we have written to the government at least requesting that since considering the length of service, her service may be regularized. We are not opposing. We are saying that it is up to the government, and if
So it is only the government. Now government will have to defend now.
since we have of course in the 2018 we may even make a resolution also to regularize her service.
Yes, okay. Your affidavit says so. Your affidavit is very much clear.
Yes, I have mentioned.
Now its entire burden is on your shoulder. How you resist that case?
Your Lordship,
Mm.
the fact of the matter is, Your Lordship, that the initial appointment of the petitioner was purely temporary, Your Lordship, and the appointment was made by the managing committee. The appointment was only for a period of 6 months and thereby extended from 10 to 10, Your Lordship. After that, Your Lordship, when Basanti Joshi had taken leave, Your Lordship, no communication was given to the government of Your Lordship in this regard. And when the petitioner was appointed against this leave vacancy, Your Lordship, there was no approval given by the government regarding her appointment.
See, when you say that when Basanti Joshi went on leave, no communication was made to government.
No,
but then the fact remains the government kept on disbursing salary of Basanti Joshi.
Yes, Your Lordship. Because Your Lordship,
And there must be a system of audit. There is no system of audit by the government, or like utilization certificate, nothing is given that Basanti Joshi has received salary or not received salary. I don't think that you go on releasing sanction until and unless utilization or proper audit comes. You verify it from the government office. It cannot be like that for 10 years, 20 years you go on paying without even verifying whether the payment, the amount which you are sending, whether that the person for whom you are sending, whether he has received or not. That cannot be.
but Your Lordship, that money was disbursed because even though Basanti Joshi was on leave, Your Lordship, she was still the sanctioned teacher. So that her salary would have to
Now, can a person remain on leave for 10 years and all, that also with payment?
That's the thing, Your Lordship.
That
Your Lordship,
with payment.
That's why, Your Lordship, something seems to be amiss with the actions of the managing committee, Your Lordship. Because on one hand, they are saying that Basanti Joshi never returned to her post. On the other hand, they are reverting the petitioner back to her initial appointment on not just one occasion, Your Lordship, but twice. So how can that be a mistake, Your Lordship, as they have claimed under later resolutions also, Your Lordship? Moreover, Your Lordship, when they had terminated the services of Basanti Joshi, Your Lordship, they did not get approval. No approval was sought for also, Your Lordship. It was given also, Your Lordship.
So far as you are concerned, Basanti Joshi still remains in service.
Still, Your Lordship, because we did not give them any approval also, Your Lordship, with regard to the term.
You have stated all those things in your affidavit.
Your Lordship, all this came into the fray also, Your Lordship, when the records were produced.
But then records were with you. Records were with you.
The managing committee, Your Lordship, because we are stating that most of these communications.
No,
have been received by us.
Not of the most of the communications received.
No, Your Lordship. That's why all this came to light also, Your Lordship, when these records were produced before the Honorable Court, Your Lordship.
Then what your record said? What your affidavit? What stand you have taken in your affidavit?
Your Lordship, our stand is that the petitioner was serving against a leave vacancy, Your Lordship. And Your
But then
Lordship,
leave vacancy for how long? If you know that she is in service, this thing, she was serving in a leave vacancy, how could you allow somebody to remain in that thing, leave vacancy for such a long time?
My lord, basically, if I may, the state has taken 5 grounds, Lordship.
Well, just let her sit down. You'll get your chance.
Your Lordship, our main contention is that the petitioner was serving.
Where is your affidavit? When did you file?
Your Lordship,
16th.
it was filed on 16th March 2020.
Let us see what stand you have taken there.
Your Lordship, paragraph 4 at page 2 of the affidavit.
Yes.
We clearly stated, Your Lordship, that the appointment was against a leave vacancy. And Your Lordship, once the leave vacancy ceases to exist with the termination or expiration of the incumbent, Your Lordship, the leave vacancy becomes a substantial and permanent vacancy, Your Lordship. An appointment to such substantial vacancy, Your Lordship, has to be done in accordance with the prescribed recruitment method.
That is a settled law. There is no dispute with regard to that.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Now, a leave vacancy gets terminated with a rejoining of the incumbent who holds that on the permanent basis, isn't it? Now, what happens if that person doesn't join, as the case here?
But Your Lordship, here they've already stated on 2 occasions that she had.
There is a communication to show, but then practically there is nothing that she had ever assumed her duty.
But Your Lordship, if they've written on 2 occasions, Your Lordship, then that be a mistake. Moreover, Your Lordship, I'd like to draw Your Lordship's attention to this resolution by the managing committee, wherein they stated to have terminated the services of Vasanti Joshi, Your Lordship. This is at page 17, Your Lordship, of that affidavit that my time in according to.
Page 17 of
Page 17, Your Lordship.
Of
that affidavit that my time in according to, Your Lordship.
yes.
Your Lordship, if I may read, with reference to your letter,
So and so?
On the subject mentioned above, I have the honor to inform you that the services of Srimati Vasanti Joshi was terminated by this school letter number so dated 18/4/2002 with effect from 18/5/2002 because of her continuous absence from duties. Your Lordship,
No.
if we look
Yes.
at this letter dated
Yes.
18/4/2002, Your Lordship, at page 8.
Now this says that letter was issued in 2002 and service to terminated in 2002, isn't
Yes,
it?
Your Lordship. According to this letter, it says that she was terminated in 2002.
So there is no question of, you see, the petitioner continuing in a leave vacancy.
Yes, Your Lordship. However, Your Lordship, if we look at this letter dated 18/4/2002, Your Lordship, it's at page 8.
Page 18.
Page 8, Your Lordship. It's an extra 5, page 8. Your Lordship, this is a letter to Vasanti Joshi. Your Lordship.
1 minute. Yes. The next one, which?
Page 8, Your Lordship, the extra 5 is the letter that they have referred to.
Yes.
Dated 18 April 2002, Your Lordship. In that letter of termination, they have made reference to this letter. Your Lordship, this letter is addressed to Vasanti Joshi, Your Lordship, from the managing committee.
And it says you are given hereby last opportunity.
Last opportunity to rejoin duties, failing which your services will be terminated.
Yes.
It says that if you fail to rejoin your duties, your services will stand terminated.
Come to next page then.
Your Lordship, the next page is also another letter to her, asking her to rejoin her duties again.
So Now, how?
That is in 2010.
This is in 2010.
Thereafter, Your Lordship, 7th December 2010.
Now, 2002, the letter says that she is to terminate it.
If you do not rejoin your.
It means there is nothing on record to show that she is rejoined. Next letter, 2010.
Next letter is another letter to Prasanti Joshi, Your Lordship, asking her to rejoin her service.
That is in 2010.
Yes,
So that will, one thing it will confirm is that in pursuance to the issuance of letter in 2002, she had not joined.
Yes, sir.
So by virtue of the terms contained therein, she is deemed to be out of service after lapse of 30 days.
Yes,
Isn't
Your
it?
Lordship. But then, why issue this letter to her in the first place, Your Lordship, if she did not rejoin her services? And then the next letter, Your Lordship.
Now, what is the salary status for those period? The disbursement of salary.
Your Lordship, I will have to seek instruction.
That is very vital now. Without that, it will be very difficult.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Now, we'll have to see. Now, if you are relying on this, and if you are trying to say that yes, her service to terminated
Yes, Your Lordship.
by virtue of issuance of letter 2002, then we have to see then thereafter, if at all the petitioner had continued in certain capacity, we do not know, it is to be determined, but salary she has received.
I will have to take instructions, Your Lordship, regarding
That has to be determined only by that. The problem is that, here you have to make out a case from, like a illegal aspect of things. It is not a thing that none of the parties have moved to this. That is what the problem is. Yes, Mr. Gurum, what you will say? How you would say that period? See, if you have to if you have to rely on the communication of managing committee, then you have to cannot adopt that system of pick and choose. That certain communication helps you will rely on that, and the others which do not will not rely on that. Now, as per this letter, the service of the erstwhile teacher Joshi stood terminated in 2002. So thereafter, no question of continuation of leave vacancy. Then where you are serving them?
My lord, so far my stand is very clear, Lordship, that I was in continuous service by virtue of 2018 resolution without any break. Now it is up to the managing committee, Lordship, because these are documents which are not in my possession, Lordship. It is their record, Lordship. It is the communication between the government and the managing committee.
Then how do we determine you continued? In what capacity you continued in this intervening period?
My lord, 2018 resolution is very clear so far I am concerned.
Resolution comes after 16 years. It is a 2002 happening.
It is a fact, Lordship. I have been in
See,
service.
just imagine. Say, like, by what stretch of imagination you take this resolution? 2002, somebody is out of this service, and you pass a resolution in 2018 to appoint somebody with effect from that date.
Your Lordship, that resolution in 2018 was also passed after the order from the government, Your Lordship, to.
Yes.
No, prior to that also, I was appointed as the assistant teacher, and all this communication was made to the government. They never replied. Is there a single reply from the government since 1986 or 1997? Not a single reply is there to the managing committee.
No, but then they said they have not received this communication.
How then she is relying on this?
From the records that
She is saying that.
before this.
No, that is just because you have brought it into the records. That is
My lord, kindly see their
Our
affidavit.
argument is based on this only.
Their affidavit is very clear. Can they take this kind of ground now?
What they have said their affidavit?
They have taken simply 5 grounds, Lordship. Firstly, I am overaged. Secondly, I am hit by Uma Devi. Thirdly, that I am underqualified. Those are the only grounds they have taken. Now can they just pick and choose something and then attack on? It's because of the miscommunication between the managing committee, appointing authority, and the approval authority, Lordship. And my entire
Now,
life.
what is your present standing? That is also something very confusing.
That is.
See, you are not getting any salary. You say that you go to your workplace, but then you are not allowed any work to perform.
My attendance is not.
Is it not equivalent?
Lordship is.
To not remaining in service?
Lordship is.
Then?
Yes, Lordship. It is not that I don't want to, Lordship. I have been prevented from
And that is continuing from
2018.
till 2018 you received salary. Any evidence to show that?
I don't have lordship.
No. If your salary comes to you, there must be something. Yes, managing committee. Till which date the petitioner was?
That regarding his salary, I have to get instruction because
No. All this has to. The court has to determine something. These documents are
his salary
inconclusive.
actually that we says that till 2018 she is no more.
You produce the statement, salary statement, for all these years for which petitioner in service.
Yes. I'll ask the secretary. She said, but for 2018. After
We
that,
want to see whether she was receiving regular scale or she was getting some lump sum amount by the managing committee or not.
That I produce also. Because now I don't have the space.
State also will have at least salary disturbance record you will be having. Please produce it.
Your Lordship, here the fact remains that she was serving against a leave vacancy, Your Lordship. And whether she has any right to continue.
No, say supposing if you rely on that document and say that her service is deemed to have been discontinued from 2002, then how you yourself continue paying salary there?
Your Lordship,
You cannot take two stands at a time.
Yes, Your Lordship.
I can understand that your argument is based on these documents.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Okay, but then your argument is made on behalf of the state.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Okay.
Because these communications also, Your Lordship, were not
So
given to us.
say supposing if it is shown or the materials on record shows that you went ahead to pay the salary, then you cannot take that stand that she
I will
did.
seek instructions on that, Your Lordship.
Even the petitioner, while filing the petition, it is only confined to regularize the service. Because even in the pleading, she has, after filing of the petition, she has filed a lot of additional affidavit. That's why court get confused and finally call for the
This is a common practice now, you see, everywhere. You see, this is the council who seeks permission for filing affidavits, and no affidavits after affidavits are filed, and basically those things do not serve any real purpose.
My lord, this is a very, very, Lordship, misleading the court, Lordship. Is because I never filed additional affidavit 7 except when it was challenged that I was overaged. I had placed on record my certificate by way of additional affidavit. Nothing more. How can my friend put this kind of allegation also?
It's on record. So many additional.
But the stand is not that. I do not know whether he is supporting you or not. See, his affidavit says something else.
Lordship, yes, he cannot go beyond his affidavit, Lordship.
No, I'm just saying what happened, the fact, and if we go by the pleading.
My learned friend, I think, is not aware of the facts also. Every now and then, when this hearing was taken up, Lordship, more than 10 times, Lordship. Every now and then, when there was a query from the Honorable Court, Lordship, give me time. I want to get.
We never asked the time.
The state took last time 1 week, more than 3 weeks. They did not get any instruction. This is how it had been delaying, Lordship. But I'm very, very grateful, Lordship. This matter has come before your Lordship. Some justice will be done as per law, Lordship.
Let us see. The question is that the difficulty is that you will be covered by what set of law. That is the main. That is what the problem is. After hearing the matter at some length, it transpired that production of salary statement of the rate petitioner is required to determine the status or the rank petitioner was holding.
Your Lordship, it will be incumbent, Your Lordship, who is serving in the post against which the petitioner is serving the leave vacancy, Your Lordship. Your Lordship had sadly petitioner.
What did you say?
After hearing the matter examined, it transpired that that production of salary statement of the petitioner is required to determine the status or the rank of the petitioner was holding.
It should not be late petitioner.
No. The status or the rank.
The rank.
To determine the status. Just a minute. Yeah. what will you say? Production of service record.
It transfers that production of salary statement of the petitioner is required to determine the status.
Required to determine as to not determine, to ascertain. Get out the determinator. To ascertain the rank stroke the post which the petitioner was. Rather you say status stroke rank stroke post which the petitioner was holding during her service as assistant teacher, either on leave vacancy or otherwise. The managing committee and the state respondents are directed to produce the salary statement of the petitioner by the next date. When?
2 weeks.
List is after 2 weeks. Illegality after illegality becomes difficult. You see, after hearing for the whole day also, to form an opinion becomes quite difficult in this kind of situation.
Absolutely.
The basic theory is that you have to stand on your own leg.
That's it.
Okay. At the same time, the respondents cannot just get advantage on the basis of the weakness of the. So that is where you see, like, and these things where, you know, like, none of the authorities, be it the managing committee or the state, you see, are serious, becomes very difficult. It's a haphazard way of doing this. Anyway, list of topics.
Yeah. Item number 13.
My Lord, I am hearing on behalf of the petitioner.
Yes.
My Lord, in this petition, the informant has also been made a party as respondent number 4.
Okay.
My Lord, on the last occasion on 27/7/2020, the respondent number 4 had requested for the matter to be taken up sometime in the month of October, but the same request was denied by the Honorable Court. The request was made on the basis that the respondent is out of state, in fact out of the country. So, but the court had requested the counsel on behalf of respondent number 4 to seek the necessary instruction and to be heard definitely on the next. But today I suppose none from respondent number 4 is appearing in this case.
One second, let me go to the last word. Yes, now today nobody is appearing for respondent number 4.
Yes.
What is this matter, Mr. Guru?
Also, this is a case where there is respondent number 4 is the complainant. He happens to be the principal of one global techno university. So his complaint is to the effect that another website by similar name had come up with the promise of admission to students and had been issuing certificates to that effect, which has nothing to do with the institute of the complainant. Thereafter, also based on this FIR, investigations were carried on. Later on, it was revealed that these particular individuals also were wanted in Bengal and elsewhere also. Their modus operandi was also selling certificates on false certificates and earning huge lots of money also. And there was a raid in Patna, and from Patna, rooms and rooms full of certificates were there. Here the complainant, respondent number 4, wants to be present personally also. That is, whether that will be required, I don't know. I don't see that also.
Complainant, respondent number 4.
Also.
But then if is it for quashing? This is for?
My lord, this petition for quashing of the.
So if it is for quashing, I think it would be proper to hear.
Plus, if he was represented by his counsel, what is the need of?
No, counsel is there. Counsel is what? Counsel is there.
Plus, if yes, counsel had been appearing. Respondent number 4.
It's very difficult to conduct cases on VC mode.
Kindly see last order also, last part. The learned counsel for respondent number 4 is requested to seek necessary instruction. He was insisting for personal physical appearance of the complainant, who is in Australia also. That is not feasible. So
No, if he is represented by counsel, that is enough, good enough.
What is the need?
It's not possible to conduct hearing like this with so much of noises from behind and you see.
Apologies, my lord. My place today is that I'm at a very wrong place.
You have to make some alternative. You see, you make some alternative arrangement.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
And
So
I cannot hear the other counsel also. I can only see him, but then he has frozen now.
My lord, just for this date, I request apologies for this date, my lord. Next day, no noise will be.
When just tell us the next day. This is not possible. You say like this way.
1 week time.
It will come after 2 weeks. The prayer made by the learned counsel for the petitioner. This matter after 2 weeks. Very difficult. What is the stand of the state in this case?
My lord, the charge sheet has been submitted, but nothing has proceeded further.
Trial.
No.